welcome to another Power BI video on the channel. Today we are going to talk about bookmarks. What are bookmarks and how can we create bookmarks in Power BI? Bookmarks are usually created to maintain a state of the report. For example, based on your selection, you want to maintain a certain state. And if you want to change the state, you will want to create some button or some text you want to click, and on that the button click on that selection, you want to change the state of the report. Let's look at an example today of profit by category visual. We are going to create a bookmark on this specific visual. We can create the bookmark for the whole page or just a certain visual as well. Today we are going to look at the example of just single visual and how can we create a bookmark based on the selection, how can we change that and without affecting the rest of the report as well. So let's get started with the bookmark, and what we are going to do today is that we're going to insert a button. Based on that button selection, we want to change the state of this visual. Let's say let's put this button somewhere around here. And based on the selection, when we click on this button, we want to change this visual to something else. What I'm thinking was, let's do that if when we click on this button, right now it says profit by category. And when we want to click on that, we want to change this to subcategories. So let's do that. We're going to create a certain buttons, a blank button. Let's rename it to view subcategory. Let's call it view subcategory. Let's adjust the sizing of it as well. All right. So what we are going to do is we're going to go into the view tab on the top of the bar in Power BI, and we're going to select bookmark, as you can see, bookmarks. And what we are going to do is select add, and it will add a bookmark based on the state that it has maintained. So let's rename this and call it change to subcategory. So what we are going to do is now, as we just want to change just the single visual based on the selection of this bookmark, we're going to do is select this dot more options button and say on selected visuals. Now, what this will do is that when we select a certain visual, it will only affect that visual instead of the whole page. As you can see that we have created the bookmark, but it's just the beginning right now. What we are going to do next is we want to do is go to the selection panel on the top corner, and as we said that we want to just affect the selected visual when we click on this button and display the subcategory one. So what we are going to do is select these two from the selection panel, also hold the control button and click the button as well. And when we do that, we want to say hide it. Oh, before that, sorry, do that, hide them, and then select these. After selecting these two visuals button and that visual, we're going to do is go to the bookmark, the one we created, change to subcategory, and select the more option and click update. What this update will do, it will maintain this state right now, but our goal isn't to go to this state just to hide this visual and the button, but is to do what we want to do is to create a visual, a subcategory visual, profit by subcategory visual, instead of the one that we displayed that was profit by category. But just for now, we're going to create this and just want to test it out that if it works. We're going to go back and unhide these two button in the visual, and go to the button and see if it works. Go to the button and go to action, toggle the button on, go to bookmark, and type bookmark and change to subcategory. Select the one, change to subcategory. Let's see if it works. What we're going to do is hold control and click. There you go. It hides those two, but this is not what we want to do right now. What we want to do is display another visual here. So let's uh, cross this out for now, this bookmark and the selection panel, and create a visual. And after creating the visual, we will come back and do the whole thing again. So let us begin our second phase into this and create that visual we wanted to display after hiding the other one. So we're going to select the cluster bar chart as we did in the last one, and select sales in the y-axis and subcategory in the y-axis. So we have our subcategories. Let's do a little bit of formatting of this visual, and after doing some adjustment, I will see you. So as you can see, we created the sales by subcategory visual, and let's create a button as well right now. Go to insert, select button, blank button, and we'll do the same. And let's call it view category. There you go. So we're going, as you can see, we can created this visual to sales by subcategory button and a button as well to switch back again to the previous visual. Let's go to the view and go to bookmarks and selection again. Now, this is the state we want to maintain when we click on this particular button, right? So let's go and update this, as this is what we want to do when we click on the button that we created, which was called view subcategory. Update this. But what we want to do again is that we want to create another bookmark and switch back again to the previous visual, which was sales by category. Let's create another bookmark, add a bookmark, and what we're going to do is renaming it to change to category. Let's call that, and we're going to do the process is what we now want to do is when we click on this button, which is view category, this bookmark, what we want to do is change this visual and hide this button and this visual and display the one that we hid, which was our main one called profit by category. So what we are going to do is say hide this. Okay, this is what we want to display, right? So we're going to select all of these four visuals that we want to change and maintain the state, and go there and say selected visuals and click on update, right? Once again, more options, selected visual, and select the visual that you want to maintain the state with, and hide or unhide or whatever you want to do with it, and go to select the visuals and update. So let's go and assign this bookmark to to that button that we want to do assign it to. Let's just go on and unhide these and hide this, and select this button. Go to the action button and select bookmark and assign the newly created bookmark, change to category that is, and let's test it out. So as you can see, after clicking the button, it puts us back to the previous visual or the original visual, which was profit by category, and let's see if this one works or not. Let's click on it, left control and right click. It doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't work. Everything else was wrong. I think I didn't select all four visuals that we wanted to do. So let's go and select these visuals that we wanted to do. What we wanted to do was unhide these and hide this and select all four of them. And let's say go again to the first bookmark we created, change to subcategory and select that and update. I think it should work now. Let's test it again. Let's say we click on this view category, switches back to the previous one, which was after the category. Now let's go and say control and click. Yep, it works. So there you go. That's how you create bookmarks in Power BI. Helpful. It's a very helpful feature in Power BI. It really helps when you want to create different states in the same page if you want to maintain it, but you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to create something that will be very hard to handle and it will complicate things. You just want to make the bookmark simple as possible. So when you're creating new visuals or new data want to enter, it will maintain that. So thank you for watching today's video. Leave a like and subscribe if you liked it. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.